company. And so recently, a couple of years back, somebody wanted to see it and went on a tour. Savinelli bought the company. They just have a handful of people working it. And I look at the company was disarray. When I mean disarray, the cameraman walks in, literally all over the paper. There was briar, cut, lying underneath the steps, on the tables, on the floor, near machines. It was just total like an abandonment. And I'm saying to myself, that's the first thing I look at a pipe maker, his shop. And I'm wondering, some of these pipe makers in their shops, man, it's like they don't have a sense of organization. And you wonder why they're still in existence, because their talent is in their hand. And so all around them is a whole mess. I mean, not even the PMS means plan, maintenance, schedule on your equipment. That's one thing we did. You know, if you was a hall technician, boiler thing, you had to go back. You know, because machines break down, so you got to oil it. You got to do whatever you got to do to it to keep the electrical stuff. Double check it to keep that thing running. The machines running and in condition. And you see I see these machines all rusted up, grease everywhere. And I say to me, how the hell did they come up with these great looking pipe when their surroundings look terrible? And then you go to Peterson factory, Thornhill factory, or you go to McBaron company, and they have water. You go to Sutliff, and you see that big. They got some mortars. It's not. It's constantly people floor, but it's a sense you can say is clean. And I think that's very important that you got to take a look at. And the reason why I mentioned Rossi, when I saw all that briar there, that trees, living organisms were cut down. This at one time was alive, part of a tree that was breathing, that was giving oxygen. We cut it down to make whatever, not always whatever, and we use the wood, and we're cutting down our trees, and then to not utilize the briar and have it thrown there or discard it because it has a pit or it doesn't meet our specification. I'm like, what? There's nothing wrong with that wood. That wood is natural wood. Our specification. So what ends up happening to that poor tree? You kill it off. At least Native Americans, when they cut down a tree, they ask permission. They do some kind of ritual before they cut it down. We just go all cut briars. And then if we don't like what it looks like, we throw it away. So what happens to that tree? I believe in hunting if you're going to eat the food. As a fisherman, for a sport, we catch the fish, we throw it back in the water. If you're going to catch a fish and you're not going to eat it, that makes no sense to me. Let it be. You know, these are things that little things. Oh, those are seconds. Well, at least they make second pipe out of the wood. But I think we need to be cognizant of what we're doing. We're cutting down trees to make briar. Every tree you cut down, you, the pipe maker, has a responsibility, I think, and we have a responsibility too. You know, because we need oxygen. We need those trees. They're part of our ecosystem, but we don't think of it. It's like so far when you go into uh, pipe meetings and you have all these briars. So you're looking at all the briar, you're looking at all the pipes. I'm looking at all the wood, all the dead trees that are there. Those trees were all alive. All that briar was part of some living organism. That's the difference in mentality. Random thoughts. That's why I always say respect your pipe. Don't just throw it away, trash it away. I don't like the pipe one, get rid of it. It was a living organism. Well, that's it for now. Sailor the Piperman, Piper the Sailor Man. Remember, smoke up and respect your pipe.